Yo, what's up, everybody? It is Caps Locked episode 4. You know who it is. It's your boy Tri Stay Fitteds, and I'm back at it on the ones and twos, baby. I'm back at it. Let me just turn my stuff on D&D. So, if you're texting me, I won't see it. I'm sorry. Um, what up, Big Papa? I see you, baby. Thanks for joining in. I got a great show for y'all today. Very good show. Um, it's going to be highlighted by the Hat Club uh, wrestling pack, which I'm a big fan of. I believe they got the Pinwheel Yankee, the Dudley Boy Yankee. I saw a few that I really liked from that pack. So I want to dive into that. With the show off today's hat. Lids HD. Black real tree, gray real tree. Nice little stamp action going on there. I fucks with it. So yeah, Caps Lock episode 4, solo show today. I'm glad to be here. I got my coffee. I'm ready to go. So we're gonna start off with the Hat Club main event pack. I forget who posted these pictures, but we know who the Hat Club creators are. And I initially just like dropped everything I was doing when I saw them post the hat. The Paul Bearer Pinwheel Yankee with the 2000 World Series patch. Let me tell you something. I only got one pinwheel in my collection, and that's the Freddy Krueger Fresno Grizzlies. This Yankee pinwheel makes me just want to start getting pinwheels. Like, this thing is an incredible hat. I really feel like they did a great job with this pack. And I don't want to get ahead of myself because there's been a lot of great wrestling packs. Off the top of the dome, everybody knows this one. The Stone Cold Diamondbacks. The Can I Get a Hell Yeah? Austin 316 just whooped your ass. And there's another one here that I wore the other day. Not gonna look for it. There's been a lot of great wrestling packs. We all know that. This one is borderline going up there like with one of the top wrestling packs that I've ever seen. I do not like the Stone Cold Steve Austin they're dropping in this pack. I think it's a Sidewinders. I don't like it. I don't feel like a lot of... Yo, what's good? Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I really appreciate you. I feel like they could have done a better job. Obviously, there's been so many different Stone Cold hats. We already know the Real Tree camo. We already know the Diamondbacks. The Lids HD one that I got in my collection. The Texas Rangers with the Real Tree brim with the baby blue. There's been a lot of Stone Cold hats. So, obviously, I really didn't expect much from there. But I just think the Paul Bearer, the Dudley Boys, the Dudley Boy Yankee. Obviously, I'm Yankee biased, so everything is going to be Yankee with me. Unfortunately, I'm sorry for those watching who don't like the Yankees. And the Shawn Michaels Texas Rangers. I was a big Shawn Michaels fan growing up. We had the illegal cable box growing up. We had all the all the pay-per-view events, specials. Shout out to the guy Tony on the 7th floor. I wonder what he's up to now. But he always made sure we had the pay-per-view events on lock at his house. So growing up, these wrestlers were my favorite. I am trying to get into new wrestling. Like, these girls on wrestling these days are crazy. Like Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan. Like, these girls are superstars in my opinion. If you know who they are, then you know why, obviously. So that's really all I wanted to say about the Hat Club pack. I know there's like 12 hats that are being featured on that pack. And I believe there is a Rhea Ripley in that pack too. I believe it's a Kansas City Royals, if I'm not mistaken. When I edit the video, I'll post all the pictures of the hats on the screen when I'm doing a sideline video. So that's my take on the Hat Club main event pack that's dropping, I believe, this week. Not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. If anybody knows, but they've been previewing these hats for like the last week or so. And I know there's like 12 hats, and I'm in love with like 4 of them out of the 12, with 4 or 5, which is not too bad, not too bad. I'm gonna go off into some MLB talk now. For the Mets fans that are watching, how's it feel to just constantly get our scraps? Like, honestly, like, you guys claim that it's a Mets town now. Yeah, I give it to you. Your owner likes to spend money, but is this money being spent wisely? We did see what happened when you guys picked up one of our pitchers, and it didn't look the best. And honestly, Devin Williams, yeah, we changed our whole facial beard policy. What's up, Master Flash? Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you. We changed our whole facial beard policy for this guy just for him to post a 4.79 ERA. The man has the audacity to go on social media and say that Yankee fans in his DMs are pretty mad. All right, Yankee fans are Yankee fans. I get it. I was not one of those guys in his DMs mad. I was ready for him to go. Honestly, I felt like the guy has not been the same since Pete Alonso hit that walk-off home run off of him in the postseason 2 years ago. Yo, Callie, what's good? What's good? What's up, y'all? Thank you for joining. I'm just talking Yankees and Mets right now. I just got done talking about the Hat Club main event pack, which highlights my favorite with the Dudley Boy Yankee and the Paul Bearer Yankee, and I also did like the Shawn Michaels Texas Ranger. So the Mets signed Devin Williams, 3 years, $51 million. He comes into a really solid bullpen. They still got Edwin Diaz. Does this push the Mets into legit contention? No. Unless like, I just don't know. Like, they should have been good last year. They should have made it last year. But that NL East is a hunk of a division. The Phillies are still going to be there. You know, it's always going to be between Phillies, Mets. Usually that's who it comes down to. And I just don't see, I mean, with a 4.79 ERA, the Mets fans are not as easier than us. Like, they're hard on their fans too. I mean, exactly. And a 4.79 ERA out of the bullpen as a closer, dude was supposed to be a closer. People hasn't seen the Yankees with beards since 100 years. We changed the whole beard policy for this guy. I want to say we changed it for Vlad, but he told us to our face he wasn't coming to us. But it's ironic, after we get this guy, we changed the policy. So he completely shits the bed. 4.79 ERA. The man can't pitch out of a freaking church. You know what I mean? Like, it was just so bad. And I mean, Juan Soto would have to, like, do much better than he did this year. A lot of the guys had to step in. They just got Marcus Semien too, if I'm not mistaken. I want to see who else they get. I don't hate the Mets. I just want to be clear. I don't hate the Mets. Growing up, my little league coach had Mets season tickets, and he would take us to games. So I always loved Mike Piazza. I always loved David Wright. I always loved Jose Reyes. The Mets have a special place in my heart just because of my little league experience and my coach. So I don't hate the Mets. Mets, on the other hand, for some reason hate us. I don't know why, but it is what it is. You know, like, just, I'm over it. So anyway, we're going to move on to other MLB moves. Cedric Mullins signs with the Tampa Bay Rays on a 1-year deal coming off of a pretty solid year. Emilio Pagan signs with the Reds, 2 years, $20 million. Cody Ponce, Blue Jays, 3 years, $30 million. Ryan Weiss signs with the Astros for 1 year. And Alek Manoah, haven't heard that name in a while. Alek Manoah signs a 1-year deal with the Angels. Speaking of the Blue Jays, did you guys see that commercial that Freddie Freeman did for the I think it's the children, one of the cancer foundations, and the commercial starts off. It's they're in a hospital, and unfortunately for him, all the kids are Blue Jays fans. It's a really good commercial if you haven't seen it. It's Blue Jay fans, and it's Freddie Freeman walking in, and he's like, "Hey guys, I'm here," and they're like, "Boo! Go back to L.A., you hoser!" It's a really funny commercial. I really feel like if you love baseball, you would love this commercial, and it's for a great cause too. Shout out to Freddie Freeman for doing this commercial, basically getting roasted by like 10-year-old kids. I think it was pretty funny. Now to my Yankees. Why are we so quiet? I don't think giving $20 million to Trent Grisham was the best idea ever. I don't think he's going to reproduce the same. I don't think he's going to give the same output again. I think he had a fluke of a year. Not saying that we didn't need it and he didn't contribute at all, but I just don't think he's that guy. You got Aaron Judge. You can't pair him with Trent Grisham. Aaron Judge and Trent Grisham are not going to get you to the World Series. It's unfortunate, but it's not going to happen. So, there's that. And, I mean, I don't know if... I feel like I'm repeating myself from episode 1. I really want Kyle Tucker. I don't think it's happening. I've been seeing people say that we're going to stay under the 300 million mark. Like, this is so crazy. I'm not used to this type of Yankees. I want us to be good again, and it feels like Hal Steinbrenner is just treating this as a business. Like, wake up, smell the coffee, and see that teams are getting better than you. The Pinstripes don't hold weight to these players like they used to. Teams are laughing at us. We are a joke. We need to get back to where we were, and the only way to do it is to open that wallet. Open that wallet, man, and spend. Steve Cohen's going to do it. Steve Cohen's going to do it, and I really think, yeah, I mean, he probably could have gotten more money from somewhere else, Cap, but I just don't think 20 million, I mean, it's just, that 20 million could have gone somewhere else. I mean, granted, we got Cole coming back, Fried coming off a pretty solid season, Schlittler showing that he can go into Boston in the playoffs and shut them down. I think our rotation is going to be fine. We need to add more bullpen, and we need to add bats. What always happens to us in the playoffs? We can't hit. We turn into home run or bust merchants. We can't live like that. We can't go into the playoffs expecting that Aaron Judge is going to hit a home run every time he gets to an at-bat. It's just not going to happen. And let's be honest here. Let's be realistic. Aaron Judge is on the wrong side of 30. He's on the wrong side of 30, and I just don't think. I mean, he's gonna have to eventually start learning how to play first. Like a 6'8" guy playing first is just crazy to me. I'm just to discuss one more player that I would love the Yankees to get, and it could be a pipe dream. It could just be a Yankee being a Yankee. Do whatever you can do to bring Fernando Tatis Jr. to the Bronx. We love you too. Bring Fernando Tatis Jr. to the Bronx. Okay? He is that guy. He's basically jazz, like a better Jazz. Like, he's going to bring you the energy. He's going to bring you the aura. He's going to bring you production. I love Jazz. I love Jazz with all my heart. But we need more production from our infield. Volpe, I'm tired of it. If I see Volpe in the street, I will kick him in the shin. I don't care. You can't be touted as the next Derek Jeter and play like you do. You can't. Like this, I love the story. Jersey kid, grew up a Yankee fan. It's all great, but if you're not producing, it does not work here in the Bronx, and everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. So I really just think we need to wake up, because Pinstripes does not hold weight like it used to. It just doesn't. So we either gotta pay these people what they're worth, or just get ready for some horrible Yankee baseball, because that's what it's getting down to. I mean, the fact that there's talks of us going below 300 million is just crazy to me. But anyway, that is your MLB report, highlighted by Devin Williams signing with the Mets, 3 years, 51 million. I mean, this guy. I mean, they used to call this guy the Airbender. I don't see him bending any air lately. So we'll see how that works out for the Mets. The Knicks beat the Magic today. Final score 106 to 100. Knicks standouts, we got Jalen Brunson, 30 points, 9 assists, and 1 assist shy of a double-double. Josh Hart. Let me give my flowers to Josh Hart these days. This guy is balling. Like, for a small forward shooting guard guy, like, just getting all these rebounds is so incredible. Like, you can't understate that at all. Like, just being that guy, 17 points, 12 rebounds. Like, that is amazing. Shout out Josh Hart for putting up a great game and just been balling out the way he's been balling. OG Anunoby, 21 points, 7 rebounds. Mikal Bridges, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. The Knicks were without Cat. He had calf tightness. And the Knicks improved their home record to 13-1. This has been a great Knicks season so far. We're going to talk about Giannis. I would love nothing more for us to put Giannis under our Christmas tree somehow, some way this year. Do I see it happen? I mean, they're saying he said everything but that he wants to be a Knick. Hold on, sorry. It's good coffee. He basically went out there and said he wants to be a Knick. So what do we do? What are the possible scenarios? What are the best options for us? Because the Bucks are gonna want a big piece in return. My dream scenario is we get Giannis. It's so hard. I can't even off the top. I'm trying to and I have notes, and it just doesn't make sense. I honestly don't see a world where the Knicks can get Giannis. Thank you. I use Cremo beard cream. I just shaved yesterday, so I really appreciate that. I don't see a scenario where the Knicks can get Giannis, and it's just gonna seem like the Carmelo trade way back in the day. Granted, those players that we traded for Carmelo weren't superstars. We're gonna have to give up Cat. We're gonna have to give up Bridges. We're gonna have to give up Hart. We barely got any pick equity to give up. We gave up all our picks for Bridges. That's just the bed we got. We're laying in the bed. That's just what we're gonna have to do. Brunson is playing like a superstar, and that's just what you expect from the guy. He is exactly everything we've ever needed. That's my point guard. I love Brunson so much. He can do no wrong, in my opinion, in my eyes. He is dropping those Statue of Liberty Kobe's, if I'm looking at the calendar correctly, about 5 days. Those Jalen Brunson Kobe's are going to be fire. I believe they will sell out instantly. Penn State. You guys know how I feel about Penn State. I'm always talking about Penn State. Penn State's going to the Pinstripe Bowl, which that kind of ties in because the Pinstripe Bowl is held at Yankee Stadium. And if I wasn't heading to Florida for Christmas to see my family, I probably would go to this game. They get their coach, Matt Campbell, coach out of Iowa State, I believe. And I think he is going to be that guy. My college football sources, I got college football sources. Shout out to my guys, Troy, Steven, and them boys in the chat. But they're saying that this should be a good pickup, and I look forward to it. I'm glad they still kept Terry. I believe Terry deserves to be where he's at, and I'm hoping that good things come out of this. And I don't want to be the year that I move to Pennsylvania where Penn State just goes on a downward spiral, because then I'll feel it's all my fault. So, Penn State in the Pinstripe Bowl. My reaction to that is I'm glad we somehow turned this season into something. It's a Pinstripe Bowl. It is what it is. Alabama loses. We love to see Alabama. Anybody love to see Alabama lose. Who do I think is winning today, Chiefs or Texans? So I got two dogs in this fight. Just because from a fantasy perspective. We love to see the Chiefs lose. That's just me. I love to see the Chiefs lose. I would like the Chiefs to lose, but Nico to ball out. Give me like 40 points. That'll be great. Unfortunately, the guy I'm playing in the Fitted Community League with Sneaker Guy and all of them, he had Jahmyr Gibbs, so I already started the week out like down 50. So it's not what you want. Oh great, here goes Big Papa with the birds. You know, I was just really close to I was just in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania for a Christmas party. And that's probably like the closest I've ever been to like Pennsylvania and Jersey. And the amount of Eagle jerseys there, I had to like pipe down for a bit. You know, I was in the wrong area. I was not gonna do anything. There's a lot of Eagles fans in Jersey. You would not even expect it, but the border's just so close. Jalen Brunson's the Eagles fan. So, and I believe he's from like North Jersey or something like that. But you're starting to see Barkley decline, brother. You guys, I don't know who's coming out of the NFC. But next, as we break off into the 22-minute mark of episode 4, is going to be the top 10 hardest bosses that I've ever faced. Growing up as a kid, I loved games. I still game now. Might try to start streaming games. Who knows? I don't know. I might dive into that. But it's going into my top 10 hardest bosses ever faced. So, drop if you guys have any of your hardest bosses you've ever faced in a video game, drop it in the comments. If not, then I'm just gonna go with my list here. Coming in at number 10 is Star Wolf. You guys know I'm a big Star Fox fan. Star Wolf from Star Fox 64. This is Nintendo 64, and not only is the battle annoying, but the quirky, lame punch phrases, you know, after every little thing were really annoying too. Like, just, I imagine I broke my Nintendo 64 controller several times trying to beat Star Wolf, and it just, every time I tried, it just wasn't the best experience. I ended up beating him, but, like, as a 9-10-year-old kid trying to beat this game, it just, Star Wolf gave me a lot of headaches, and I feel like I should continue the Star Fox hat saga I got. Maybe I can do like a Seattle Star Wolf or something. I don't know. For those who don't know, that Star Fox 2.0 is coming soon. That's gonna be a great hat. I designed that one with, I don't even know if I can say anything, but that boy Intro should be coming soon. I don't know when. I don't have a date, but it should definitely be here soon. So I'm excited about that. Number 9 is Mr. Game & Watch on the original Super Smash Brothers. I don't know if how many of you guys play Super Smash Bros, but Mr. Game & Watch was just one of those bosses that was just like, you know, like, I beat him several times after a while, but like, he's just like a stick figure that can like hit you. Like, it was just so annoying. Mr. Game & Watch gave me hella problems. Didn't like it. He has unpredictable moves, and he just would spam you with moves that was just ugh. Mr. Game & Watch from Super Smash Brothers comes in at number 9. Number 8. We're gonna go with Sephiroth, Kingdom Hearts. For those of you who don't know, which I'm sure some of you do, Kingdom Hearts was one of those games was just like, wow. You got Mickey Mouse throwing hands with like other... That's my dog, sorry. Mickey Mouse is just out there throwing hands. Donald Duck. I mean, it was just a crazy game just to be a part of it during that time. Just having all these Disney characters just throwing hands, and it was really good. But trying to beat Sephiroth was so hard. He was fast, stylish, and unfair. And it just seemed like he was one of those bosses that they didn't want you to beat. So, Sephiroth comes at number 8 from Kingdom Hearts. Yes, Carl. Yep. That Kingdom Hearts game was so good. At the time, it was just like, what kind of game is this? Like, whoa! It had everything you ever wanted. Like, I was a kid when it came out, so like, it was just like, wow, this is like one of the best games I've ever played. You don't realize it at the time. That's why we should always take a moment just to appreciate the moments we have, because you go from playing Kingdom Hearts with no responsibilities to having to pay $900 for a whole car note with your insurance. So take advantage of the times you have, and just live in the moment. If there's anything we can get from this list. Next person on this list is M. Bison, Street Fighter 2. This boss gave me so much trauma as a kid. Just getting to Bison was just like, all right, we're here. Now what? Just the whole, like, getting there and then finally getting to him. And it's just like, wow, I'm just going to consistently get my ass beat here, am I? So, M. Bison comes in at number 7 with Street Fighter 2. And he just always spammed the moves and caused childhood trauma. Number 6 comes in from late 90s, I want to say. Pokemon Red and Blue, Mewtwo. I don't know how many of you ever got that far to go up against Mewtwo in Pokemon Red or Blue, but this was the OG, you are not ready to fight boss. And he wasn't even you could have beat the game and then you didn't have to face Mewtwo. It was like an optional boss. A lot of games have these optional bosses. But Mewtwo, I couldn't tell you how many times, because you got to save the game right in front of him, because you're going to lose at least 20 times before you can actually catch him. So, and this is before I had Game Sharks to where like I can just have like 100 Master Balls and just catch him with no issue. I'm talking about like you got the game, you're like a little kid and you're just going in to face Mewtwo. I would save the game right before I get there because you just know you were going to get your ass beat. And as soon as he does it, you just like, all right, I got to restart the game. I couldn't tell you how many times I turned off my Game Boy. Not even Advanced SP, or this is like Game Boy Color, I think. Not even Color, just regular Game Boy. And it's just like seeing that ugly little Mewtwo pop up on the screen over and over again like it was a freaking Nelly song. And he just, I caught him and I was relieved. Once you have him, it's like, all right, I can finally rest. Next is going to be Goro from Mortal Kombat. What is there to say about Goro? The man has 4 arms, and he was just unfair. I lost to Goro many times in Mortal Kombat, so Goro comes in at number 5 on the list in Mortal Kombat. Number 4. This one is an unusual one because it's not really a boss, but it's Rainbow Road, Mario Kart 64. I can't tell you how many times I fell off that track. Like one day you just get it. It's just like you know, after all the times you fall off, one day you just get it, and it's like, all right, I finally got this. I just played Mario Kart on the Switch 2 the other day with my boy, and Rainbow Road is not what it is now. Like, you're actually flying in this new one. I'm like, what is this? Why are we flying? Like, why am I not falling off the map? Like, why did you make this easier than it should be? It's Rainbow Road, for crying out loud. So, yes, Rainbow Road, the original Rainbow Road, Mario Kart 64, no rails, and that's the whole problem. This next one, not many people probably played this game. I was a big Prince of Persia fan growing up. This is going to be Prince of Persia Warrior Within, the Dahaka. This is basically Prince of Persia 2, and it's the boss of that game. One of my favorite series, honestly. Prince of Persia, I feel like Prince of Persia does not get much love as a video game franchise. They ruined it with the newer ones that they dropped last year. I didn't see many good reviews from that one, but the Dahaka from Prince of Persia Warrior Within is number 3 on this list. just caused pure anxiety and was just always chasing you. I mean, he was a shadow, basically. And he comes in at number 3, Prince of Persia Warrior Within. Number 2. Now this one just hits recently, because I recently was just playing this game with a friend, an old friend. We went at it co-op and it was pretty fun. But it's gonna be Wesker, Resident Evil 5. For those of you who's played Resident Evil growing up, know that Wesker is just like impossible to beat. He's impossible to touch. Me and my old friend who were playing it together had to start the game over, start his match over plenty of times because he was just killing us both. Resident Evil 5, honestly, is such a great game. Co-op, the buttons and stuff, like obviously it's like a game from, you know, the late 2000s. But it's such a great game. It was so good to replay that and just see like the replay value of these Resident Evil games. I love Resident Evil. When it comes to horror games, I can get scared easily. There was a Silent Hill game that was free on the PlayStation Network, and I was like, why not? Let's give it a try. Yeah, the game jump scared me like 3 times within the first level, and I deleted the game after that. So, moving on to number 1, Devil May Cry, Dante. So, Devil May Cry 4, this is. You're the person you're playing as was Dante. So, the boss being Dante was just wild because he had the same moves as you. He knew the perfect counters. He had insane combos, and honestly, was one of the hardest bosses I've ever fought. Dante Devil May Cry comes in at number 1 at the list. So I'm going to go over the list one time real quick, just really fast. Number 10, Star Wolf from Star Fox 64. Number 9, Mr. Game & Watch, Super Smash Brothers. Number 8, Sephiroth from Kingdom Hearts. Number 7, M. Bison, Street Fighter 2 specifically. Mewtwo, Pokemon Red and Blue, or Blue. Goro, Mortal Kombat. The original Rainbow Road, Mario Kart 64. Dahaka out of Prince of Persia Warrior Within, Wesker from Resident Evil 5, and Dante from Devil May Cry 4. So those are the hardest bosses I've ever fought all time. I realized making this list that I didn't beat a lot of games because there was some games that as I was doing my research, I was like, wow, I never made it this far. Like the last game I bought, like I bought the Hogwarts Legacy game. $60, played like 20 minutes of it and never played it again. I'm more of an online, I'm trying to beat your ass kind of guy. I don't like playing one player games. Not as much as I used to anymore, unless I'm just, it's like a nostalgic thing. So, that was my top 10 hardest bosses ever played. So we discussed the Hat Club main event pack. We discussed some off-season moves. The Knicks beat the Magic. Penn State is in the Pinstripe Bowl. And obviously, my top 10 hardest bosses ever played against. And that's about it, really. Just wanted to preview next episode. I will have a special guest next episode. If you guys know the guy, you're going to be pretty stoked about this episode. Music producer, back in the day, from what I know. He's made some hats. He's made some pins. You guys know his pins. He just had a Clink drop recently with the Clink Room. And he's no one other than Ramzo. Ramzo Forever will be on the show next week. It's going to be my last show before the holiday break. Because I will be going to Florida to visit my family for 2 weeks. So the next show will be Ramzo, and then we have like a 2-week break, and I'm back at it. I do have some other guests lined up for the next show. I don't want to spoil anything just yet, but next week we will have Ramzo on the show. Wanted to show off one of my Black Friday hats. This was the only hat I bought for Black Friday. The only hat. I am so proud of myself. Nice little Alternate 2000 patch there. That thing glows. This was a capsule hat I got for 25 bucks. I feel like all Black Friday hats should just be 25 bucks. If we're going to buy one and get one free, shipping should not be $15. So that was my latest pickup. I don't have anything else for y'all. Once again, I appreciate everybody who tuned in, showed love, who has been showing love consistently. Shout out to Big Papa, shout out to Sneaker Guy on their battles. They're doing their thing as well. Shout out to Khalid Fitteds, that boy doing his thing with his pin. Shout out Ramzo, who'll be on the next episode. Shout out Catmaster Flash, that boy got a show coming out soon next month, I believe. And yeah, that's about it. That's it for Caps Lock episode 4. Keep it locked.